what good does it do? What good does it do? In the end, if you don't know about something, you're under no obligation to say anything about it, right? And like me on the trans thing, I have generally said I love my trans friends, I support them, but when it comes to women's sports and when it comes to kids under 12 being given puberty blockers, I just don't know. I don't know, and I stay out of it. And if that is not good enough, and that answer, by the way, is not good enough for some people. The fact that I'm friendly with people who take a critical position, or I'm friendly with people that take a pro position. Oh my God, I want to. Well, deal with it. Deal with it. I don't know enough about it, and I'm not interested in it. I'm really not interested in it, other than saying that I think people should always be treated with respect, that bullying against people on the basis of whatever gender confusion or sexual confusion they might be having is wrong. Other than saying that people should be allowed to live their lives as they want to live them, and it's not my business. Other than that, that's all I've ever said on the issue. I have never said anything other than I don't want to talk about it, and I just don't know enough about it, medically speaking. I don't know medically any of this stuff, athletically, medically. I just don't know enough about it. And I'm against bullying and I'm against discrimination. And there are some people on both sides of that issue that is just not enough. Why won't he take more of a position? Well, because I don't know about it. And I'm actually quite proud of myself for not taking a position beyond that. Because if I did take a position beyond that, I would be speaking out of my ass. I would be blowing hot air. I would be speaking about something that I don't know about. And I would be joining a bandwagon on something that I don't know about. I speak with confidence about issues that I know about and issues that I care about. And if I don't know about something and I don't care about something, I am not going to take a position that's going to offend a whole bunch of people. I'm just not going to do it. What what would be the point of me taking a position on something that will offend a huge amount of people? And I don't even know about it, and I don't even really care about it. How am I gaining here? Right? Let me tell you this, and I'll be, and this is a difference that I have with BreadTube and with all the synthetic left, but it's also a difference that I have with certain people that are closer to our side of the fence, right? That if I were to get on here and say, I, Caleb Maupin, am firmly in support of transgender people. There should be transgender athletes competing in the sports, in the sections that they want. We should, if I were to do that, and I condemn transphobic people. Here are a list of people with whom I condemn. Do you think that would be the end of it? Oh, no. I mean, I would have to cut off relationships with all kinds of people. I'd have to have people. That would suddenly become all I talked about. Well, I don't want to talk about that. I don't feel confident making that position. I'm not sure I agree with that. Honestly, I've heard some pretty strong arguments from the other side, number one. Number two, I just don't care. So, and if I did that, I would be giving in to what they want. But what a lot of people don't get is if I did the exact opposite. If I got on here and said, transgenderism is mental illness, defend women's sports, defend these children from hormone child abuse. I condemn all these degenerate. If I did that, and here are a list of disgusting people who are, and if you are a trans person, be gone, leave my community. I think if I were to do that, I would offend a whole lot of people. And then suddenly there'd be all kinds of people who like this stream. And that was all I'd ever talk about. And I don't want to talk about that. What I've said, my position, I think, is the basic, moral, human, decent position, which is love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. And if there is somebody who deviates from the norm in relation to their gender or their sex, love them even more. And don't support bullying or punishing them or discriminating them on the basis of that, right? That if somebody deviates from the norm in relation to their sex or gender, then that shows that that person is going to have a hard time in this world. depending where they are. In some places, it'll be a lot easier than others. But, and that person especially needs friendship and love. And that's it. That's it. And as far as, oh, should this happen? Should that happen? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't care. And I don't see any other position that is moral, right? I don't see any other position that is moral. I don't see any other position that if you go all into the anti-trans thing, if you go all into the anti-gay thing and all of that, you're going to hurt somebody. But then again, if you go all into the pro thing, there's obviously some people that are going to get hurt by that too. That there's a lot of questions people are raising. There's a lot of things that are going on the pro side that are questionable. And so my position is just love. Just love. Just love people. Right? I almost feel like, that becomes a theme on these live streams. And it's like weird because I'm a revolutionary and I support Cuba and I support Venezuela and I support North Korea. And I'm like, I'm a tanky here and I'm an anti-imperialist and all of that. But I'm on here I'm just on here. I sound like the Beatles, like all you need is love. Da, 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 da. I mean, it's like, but it's just basic, right? I mean, this isn't like some crazy pacifist hippie Mr. Rogers, you're special just the way you. I mean, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just saying, treat people the way you would want to be treated. Have sympathy for the hardships that other people go through. If people are having a hard time, don't make the hard time worse. I mean, it's pretty basic stuff here. I don't think I'm saying anything deeply profound when I say that, but just kind of stick with, be nice to people. It's weird. It's like there's so much of this, the stuff we talk about on here. We're talking about class struggle and revolution and all these things, and I'm just on here just saying, okay, that's all really important, and I'm happy to talk about that. That's the stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about economics. I want to talk about class struggle. I want to talk about U.S. imperialism and why it must be defeated, and the people of the world coming together. But at the same time, there's part of me that just wants to say to people, be nice. Be nice to other people. Think about other people's feelings. Have real friendships. Don't dehumanize other people because of their opinion or because of their identity or struggles that they go through in their life. Just be nice to other people. Try to put yourself in other people's shoes. Think about how somebody else might be feeling. Imagine yourself in their circumstances. Try to have empathy for other people. This is all stuff. This is like kindergarten stuff, right? This is just basic. I mean, this is like every society, right? There's nothing uniquely Christian about this. There's nothing uniquely Western about this. This is like every society in the world. You generally socialize people to have empathy for other people, to not bully other people, to not go out of their way to be mean to other people, to try and understand other people's point of view, to try to think about how your actions impact other people before you do them. If you're going to do something and it's going to hurt somebody else, maybe think about that and don't do it. Pretty basic stuff. Thanks, Comrade Robert.